Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. I just wanted to come and say that we are giving away 35% discount coupon at the moment, and I'm here to quickly show you how to use them. But for those of you who are unaware of what we do and what content we share on the website, I should say that we are a tutoring website. We mostly work on laptop, desktop, MacBook, and smartphone repairing. And we also have all the files needed for repairmen. As you see, these are different files that we have. Let me show you our tutorial videos too. These are our latest videos. Let me show you one of them. As you see, I'm not logged in, so I can only read the articles, but for downloading them, you need to be registered and logged into the website. So let's see how to register and use the 35% coupon code. Let me register. I should say that we have discount code for Golden Premium membership. Let's go join now. All you need to be registered on the website is an email address and also choosing your payment method, whether it's PayPal or Stripe, and then enter coupon code, which is Golden35, and click on continue, and 35% will automatically be applied to your account, which is gonna be deducted from $99. And that's it. So now let's see how to use the coupon code if you're already a member on the website. As you see, there is this message. You can either click on here or go to your profile and account upgrade. As you see, this is the one we have 35% coupon on. So all you need to do is to click on upgrade now and choose whichever payment method you would like. Let's say PayPal and coupon code Golden35. And by clicking on continue, you go to your PayPal or Stripe account, whichever you've chosen. And then 35% will be deducted from $99. And that's it. Hope to see you on the website pretty soon. Thank you so much. Bye.
Hello guys. In this video I'm going to show you how to program LCDs. I have a few LCDs here. This is 40-pin LCD. This one is older and also 40-pin LVDS LCD. And this one is 30-pin LCD. I'll show you how to program them. There is a flash memory IC inside them. That's usually 2 kilobit or 4 kilobit. Around 90% are 2 kilobit. In the following, I'll tell you how you can read and write ICs. If the size is different and you can't read what's written on the IC, I'll program this IC as an example. The EEPROM IC of this LCD. This is LTN156AT17 LCD screen. I'll program this LCD by using a flat cable that I took from a scrap laptop LCD. I connected wire to the ZIF. I'll tell you how to do that in the following. You can easily find the ZIF on the market. It's also so cheap. You can find and buy different types of them. I'm sure most of you are familiar with these types of flat cables. When you repair laptops with faulty flat cable, and when you change them, you can use the scrap one. Let me tell you how to connect wire now. As you see, I connected 4 wires, and I'll connect them to programmer. no matter what programmer you use. It can be TNM2000, TNM5000 or SVOD3, or any other programmers that you use for programming EEPROM ICs. I'll use SVOD3 programmer. I'll show you how to connect the ZIF to the programmer. First I connect LVDS flat cable to LCD. And show a 40-pin LCD on the schematic. I'll explain it on there so you'll learn how to connect wire on this model. Let me open the schematic now. This is the schematic of 24C02-24C04 IC. O2 and O4 are the size. O2 means 2 kilobit and O4 means 4 kilobit, which are 256 bytes and 512 bytes, which are the sizes of EEPROM ICs of the LCDs. You can see some information about them here, which you can read. The part that's important for me is pin configuration. I need to see IC pin order. This is pin configuration of EEPROM IC. Pins 1, 2 and 3 are addresses. Pin 4 is GND. Pin 5 is data. Pin 6 is clock. Pin 7 is write protect. And pin 8 is VCC. To program this LCD, I only need 4 of these pins. 2 of them are GND and VCC, which are pins 8 and 4 of IC. VCC is power and GND is ground. And 2 other pins are data and clock. I should connect their wires. Pin 5 is data and pin 6 is clock. So I detected all the 4 pins. Now I need to find them on LVDS jack. In order to do that, I need to check the schematic file. I'll use schematic file of B156RW as it's not so different from mine. It has 40 pins and it is LVDS. This is pin configuration. Pin 4 is power, DVDD. Here, it is 3.3 volt power. So the VCC pin, which is pin 8 of this IC, it gets connected to pin 4 of LVDS jack. So I can use this wire. And there is no need to connect wire to IC. You might wonder why I use LVDS jack instead of directly connecting wire to IC. Because if I have other LCDs, I can simply remove this flat cable and connect it to the other LCD and program IC. If I wanted to connect wire to this one, I would have needed to connect wire to each IC, which would have been too much work. But in this way, I can easily connect this flat cable and program IC. So pin 4 of the jack is connected to pin 8 of the IC. And let's start programming now. I'll choose my programmer and run SVOD3. In Mode of Programmer section, I'll select I2C24CXX, as I want to program 24 CICs. As you see, pin order appears on the right side. Pins 1, 2 and 3 are addresses which don't need to be connected. Pin 4 is GND. Pin 5 is data, pin 6 is clock, pin 7 is not needed, and pin 8 is VCC. I can connect wire from body to pin 4. Let me show it to you. Pin 4 of the ZIF is GND, which connects to GND of this LVDS jack. VCC is pin 8, which is connected to pin 4. The fourth wire is connected to VCC. So only data and clock are left now. To show you that data and clock are pins 5 and 6 of ZIF, I'll open the schematic file. As you see, pin 6 is clock. Pin 6 was clock over there too. Pin 6 is clock in here. Pin 6 of this is clock too. And pin 7 is data here. But pin 5 of ZIF is data. So I need to connect pin 6 to pin 6. Meaning, I'll connect pin 6 of ZIF to pin 6 of LVDS jack. And connect pin 7 of LVDS jack to pin 5 of ZIF. So that's how I'm going to connect wires. It's not a difficult process. Now I place the ZIF inside the programmer. You can see blue light here. Pin 1 is on top, and I place the ZIF according to that. So the ZIF is placed now. Now I can read and write IC. First, I'll check the size of IC. If you have a microscope, you can read it by putting it under that. If it's 24C02, I'll read it by 24C02 config. If you don't have the capacity, you can select 24C04. What it would do is that it would read the file 2 times and duplicate it. I'll do it now. I select 24C04. 24C02 is set by default. But I selected 24C04 to show you the process of duplication. I'll start reading the file. I save it on the desktop. And save it as LTN 156. And save. This is the file. As you see, it's 512 byte. I'll run it. As you see, the file starts from here and ends here, and starts from here again and ends here. In fact, it duplicated 24C02, so the information is copied. I can easily see that the EEPROM IC size is 2 kilobit. It is in fact 256 byte. And when I performed the reading process, it copied the file. As you see, these two parts are similar. So by selecting 24C04, IC data was copied. So I'll copy it. Or go to pin config and select 24C02. Select and read. And save it. LTN 156-256 KB. As you see, it's saved. So this is the file needed for this LCD. So if you have the file, you can select it by clicking on Open. Let's imagine I copied this file from another device or downloaded it from the website. I'll select it and start writing. I'm sure you know the process. So you can easily program LCDs by using any programmer that program EEPROM ICs. The process is the same for other LCDs. You need to make a connector like this one, or use the connectors that you can find on the market. I'll show you how to connect one of them on an LCD. You can find 30-pin and 40-pin connectors on the market, and 40-pin separated connector. My ZIF only supports 40-pin connectors. You can also find and use the 30-pin one which connects to the ZIF. Or do as I did, which won't cost you anything. I place it according to the pin order, like this, and connect the connector. This one is LVDS2. If you want to know how wires are connected, on this LCD, pins 6 and 7 are clock and data. Pin 4 is VCC, exactly like the other LCD that I programmed. Wire connection is similar to each other. Pin 4 is VCC. Pin 6 and 7 are data and clock. You can connect GND to body or use pin 10 of this jack. I'll connect this. I run the programmer. I select I2C24CXX.
خب 24C رو انتخاب میکنیم و
24C02 is set by default. I click on Read. The process of reading is completed. I save it on desktop as tetradeca nitrogen monofluoride.
و توی دسکتاپ ما N14F1 رو داریم.
As you see, reading is not done correctly. It's easy to guess as all the digits are 0. I repeat the process again. I select I2C24CXX. Select Config. This IC has a problem. I'll start again. I select I2C24CXX. The config is set on 24C02 as default, which is alright. I'll start reading now. Read OK. I'll save it. N14F1. I'll add 2 inches to be able to compare the two files. I'll open the file now. As you see, IC content has been read and the file is OK. So as the connector wasn't properly connected the last time, the information was all 0. So it was a faulty file, which we could easily realize it by HXD editor. The process of writing is similar to reading. I select the file and write it. It's an easy process. So this was how to program LCDs. The process for 30-pin connectors is exactly like 40-pin ones. But let me tell you which pins you need. Clock and data and pins 24 and 25. Pin 24 is clock and pin 25 is data. VCC is pins 12 and 13 and GND is pin 15. Let me show them on schematic too. This one is LP156WH3, which has 30 pins.
داریم که سی پین هست.
You can see it in here.
میتونید ببینید سی پینه.
As you see, pins 5 and 2 are GND, and you can use either one.
5 پای 2 یا GND که هر کدوم خواستیم میتونید استفاده کنیم.
Pins 24 and 25 are clock and data,
و پای 25 دیتا و کلاکمون هستن.
and pins 12 and 13 are VCC,
از پایه 12 و 13 میتونیم استفاده کنیم.
3.3 volt power. And this was about 30 pin connectors.
میتونید از
You can use these connectors and buy a programmer adapter and connect the connector to it by using wire, like this one, which has one connector but supports two types of sockets. So you can connect 30 pin, 40 pin and different connectors to one ZIF and use it, which is more convenient. Hope it was a useful video, and you won't face any problems programming different LCDs. Thanks for watching.